Okay, excuse my glasses, but old age, unfortunately. So, good afternoon, good day, and alright. I'd like to start off by saying how grateful I am to be here with all of you on this special day, and to thank you all for travelling from far and wide, from all over the globe basically. From those of you from, where have we got, Australia? Yeah, Singapore, USA, England, Glasgow, possibly the Kingdom of Fife? Nah, and obviously Edinburgh. Let's say no more about that. No, I have to admit, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect when Iona was planning her wedding. Not for any particular reason, other than just a sort of past history which I might lead you through. So, that being said, Iona, as a 5-year-old, a lot of you may not know this, Iona had a particular obsession in her life, around about that age. Action Man was a thing. If this had been a wedding and Iona was 5, she'd have turned up here in an Action Man helicopter, dressed in full snorkel gear, flippers, wetsuit, snorkel, because that was one of her favourite toys at the time. As she progressed on, Iona's a 10-year-old. I think she would have arrived here in the TARDIS, without a doubt, yes, wearing Converse trainers, a long coat, and a head of hair that Aslan would have been proud of. If you've seen the photographs, you'll know what I mean. I'd have said back then, though, you know, David Tennant would have given Ian a close run for his money. And my first thought was, well, you know, Iona's love for Doctor Who would have meant she wouldn't have split Doctor Who up from Rose. But then, as it turned out, talking to her sister, she hated Rose and she would have quite happily taken David Tennant. The 15-year-old Iona, which is what I thought we might have got more of, would have been basically a wedding of pink, with accents of pink, and a little bit more pink thrown in. I think at that point you probably would have had a rat-drawn carriage out the front. Probably taken about 3 million rats to have pulled it. She would have got rid of Phoebe and had a little rat chucking flowers about in the way up. Sorry, Phoebe. Again, such was her obsessions at those particular times, and thankfully she's moved on from that. She's grown up a bit, not too much. I remember the day, well, I say I remember the day Iona was born, I don't really. We all sort of merge into various births, children, they all have various things happen and they all get quite complicated. So ours was particularly, it was quite distressing because I think was she one of the ones that got whipped away, and the mother got whipped away and I got left sat in a room, couldn't even get a cup of coffee, no matter how much it asked. There was other things going on. She had a particularly hard start to life. Some of you may be aware of that, a lot of you won't. Feeding was a bit of an issue. She had all these weird and wonderful sort of contraptions and bottles for getting fed. We then discovered basically a big syringe in a tube straight into her stomach, which meant we were in a hurry to get out for a day out. Catherine just filled it up, squirted it in, off we went. It was wonderful. Other thing is, and again, some of you may be aware that the joys of watching Iona eat a chocolate pudding. I don't know if she does that anymore, but it used to be as a small child, she'd eat a chocolate pudding and then, well, let's face it, if you know, you know, if you don't know, you can ask. So now she's all grown up, more or less. I'm hoping some of the genes she's inherited will hopefully prevent that from fully happening, because nobody wants to be fully grown up and mature. Yeah, quite right, it's boring. And she's about to start a new chapter in her life with her second of 3 weddings, which is a standing joke amongst the family. And speaking of new chapters, let's talk about the grooming. So, we've known Ian for a few years now, and again, we all went through COVID, not a lot of upsides of COVID. Possibly for us, one of the pluses was that Ian, as we mentioned earlier, came and decanted into our house, our family, for a period of time. And that was really good. Chloe did as well, but you know. Sorry, Chloe. So, throughout lockdown, it gave myself and Catherine the opportunity to see him close up, because he was there, he was part of the family, every morning, tea time, he knew when Ian was cooking, because some of the smells were delicious when he made the lamb, when he cooked all these fishy things, the works of this. But yeah, he certainly became part of the family in that period, and it was a really quite a nice time to have most of the family, not all of the family at home. It was really nice to get to know over that period of time. It was really obvious though, just how right he was for Iona. His focus, his calmness, his kindness, and he is a very sort of focused and, you know, puts me to shame, to be honest, because that's what I lack as well. But you can see he's very determined. When he decides he's doing something, he goes and he does it. He decides he's fishing, he fishes, as opposed to maybe some of our family traits. He was in a Barry, he used to fish for a little bit. And then you get sort of old on it and you move on. So his focus and his calmness were superb. A perfect balance for Iona's, I was trying to think of a way to say this really well. I just came out with high maintenance. Because she is pretty demanding. In the nicest possible way. We had this discussion in the car today that, what was I said? You weren't a spoiled brat, you were a spoiled delight. Yeah. So we're really lucky to welcome into our family. Although the minute we sort of did welcome Ian into the family, the pair of them up sticks and disappeared off to Singapore. And I couldn't believe that when Ian came back, it was the first time we'd seen him in 2 years. And it really didn't feel like that. Bit of a cliche, but it didn't. It was like hard to sort of get your head around it. It felt like, well, Iona's been over every 6 months for 2 years. It felt like Ian had done the same, and here he hadn't. So, you know, that was really good. Phone's gone blank, hang on. See if I just written this down on paper like I wanted, Chloe. So this is supposed to be the bit of the speech where I sort of wax lyrical about Iona and how wonderful she is. But those who know me, I've spent 38 years being a PE teacher, and if you know any about PE teachers, we don't do lyrical, we don't do nice, so just skip over that. So my daughter and the new husband. No, I'm not going to toast you. I want to say congratulations. May your love for each other continue to grow stronger with each passing day, and may you always find joy and laughter in the simple things. No, I knew this already, but it was confirmed. Simple things like farting in a lift. Which is apparently a simple joy for Iona. True? Thank you, yes. And finally, I'd like to raise a toast to the happy couple. No, not yet, I've got a bit to say. To Iona and Ian, may your love always shine bright, bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Beautiful like diamonds in the sky. You know, I'd like to think Chloe partly wrote that for me, so I think it's quite poetic. And just to finish, I think it's only fitting considering the place we're in and the venue we're in. So, as bees aim, we lads a treasure, the minutes wing their way with pleasure. Kings may best, but time was glorious, o'er the hills, our life victorious. So I'd like to thank Brianna and Robbie Burns. Could you raise your glasses for the bride and groom?